and I am going to introduce you to the lovely Pat Stride. Pat is the Executive Director of BNI Alberta North, a BNI region of over 800 members and 35 chapters. She joined BNI in 2005 and became the Executive Director in 2009. She was named to BNI's Global Training Team in 2016. Pat has been awarded BNICanada's Director of the Year 4 times. Also the Executive Director of Corporate Connections, Alberta North, Pat has been developing and leading executive level networking as well. Pat has led multiple employee and volunteer teams from small to over 350 members. She has well-developed skills in finding and developing talent and often chooses underqualified candidates and teaches them how to develop quality business relationships that become mutually beneficial. Pat excels at developing rapport and commitment across teams and has a consistently high employee retention rate. One of her best learning opportunities was being presented the You Suck at Delegating Award by her then employee team of 35. A humbling and deep growing experience. Though she is good at hiring, inspiring, negotiating, and mediating, she knows the journey is not over yet. There is still much to learn. She has received outstanding achievement awards from BNI both nationally and globally. Pat has spoken about the art of networking across Canada and in the United States. Currently, Pat also serves as BNICanada's Director of Training and sits on the Ethics Committee for the Founders Circle for BNI. Please welcome Pat Stride, Executive Director, BNI Alberta North.
Wow, Shannon, thank you very, very much. That's lovely. So I want to give kudos to Shannon because we all know that all of us can talk and talk and talk, but it's the person running the technology in the background who makes it all come off so well. So thank you very much, Shannon. I think I was blessed with the best Zoom Jedi. So thank you for being here. And I wanted to talk today about 6 ways to build a great team, because we all know that we want to just get it all done, and bringing on a team can be a bit of a challenge. And I want to talk about ways to do that and really build a strong team. And really, it starts with you. And the one thing you need to do is get out of their way. So step number 1 is about vision. And it's imperative that you know your vision, that vision is defined as the ability to see, and you want to clarify it for yourself. Get really crystal clear, articulate it, write it down so you know what your vision is, and then refine it again until it resonates with you deeply. You have to really own it. You have to really be that vision. And when it resonates with you at that level, then you want to start sharing it with deep passion so that others will be attracted to it. This all plays into you as a leader, and you must truly lead. Others need to understand you and know where you're going so that they will want to know why you're getting there, and they'll want to follow you and continue. They need to be inspired to share that vision. The next step is selection. How do you find good people? Do you remember that old know, like, and trust? Do your research, fully interview, use behavioral profiling, check references every single time. No shortcuts. Don't get caught up in, I know them, I have to, I should, or even, oh, they've deserved it, they earn it. Please, please give them and you the privilege of knowing that they were chosen, that they were selected. And even if it appears to be an easy or obvious choice, stick to your process. If you like to go with your gut, have data support your gut. It always turns out so much better. The best teams have a part to play in who is on the team. And I believe that teams should select new members. You are part of it, but the team should select. And so ask current team members to complete first-level interviews and listen to those team members' perspectives before you proceed with your interview. Nothing hurts a team more than bringing in a new member who doesn't fit or isn't wanted. Do not make anyone the token member. That's not fair to anybody. Be clear about what you're looking for and set an interview style that looks for those specific skills. So if you're looking for a frontline employee, have them practice answering the phone with you. Ask them to compose and type a letter to a client. See how they really start to work. If you're looking for someone in sales, consider a panel interview. And if it's going to be part of the job, have those candidates do a presentation to the panel. If problem solving and communication skills are key, then present a problem and ask for their input. They may not know the actual solution, but you'll derive a lot from listening to them. And you might even learn something too. So those are some ways to sort of set your vision, select your team. And now we're going to go into breakout rooms. So are you ready, Shannon? What I'd like to, just 2 minutes. So 2 per breakout room, 2 minutes. And I want you to ask each other or share with each other, what was the best interview question you've ever been asked or you believe that you've asked and why? So best interview questions. Let's go. Shannon, let us know when you're ready. Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Shannon, am I talking too fast?
Nope.
Okay. I'm trying to slow down.
Very clear. So you're doing very good.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
2 minutes. So 2:32. I set it to bring them back after 10 seconds instead of a minute.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. That's great.
When I close it, I mean, so.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
That error the first time.
It's all, I mean, there's no mistakes. It's all fine. I just don't want to go over. So, but I think we'll be okay. You know me, I can speed up or slow down as needed.
I'll give you a 5-minute warning too.
Thank you. Thank you. How many sessions are you Zoom Jediing for?
Just today, because tomorrow BNI Referral Masters is having their Visitors Day and their success meeting. So I got to be there, especially because I believe they are up to 41 visitors.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So Stephen was a little bit nervous, but they're good. They've got it planned. So like they're going to be awesome.
Oh, that's fabulous. I just moved Leanne Miners. I noticed she was in a room by herself. So I moved her into room 4.
Yeah, I think sometimes when people are not joining it, they have their camera. I think somebody left. Yeah, and then BNI Dynamic Connections had theirs this morning and they had 8 visitors in the room. So.
Oh, that's fantastic. Wow. And Shannon, there, I changed it. I'm using my little ring light. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's awesome. Thank you. I think the color's okay. Do you?
I think it looks nice. The white on white is very nice. Classy.
Good, good. Thank you. I'm so nervous about these silly things.
I don't know why you are. You're always so good at them. You capture people's attention almost instantly.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say. Thank you. My husband said to me, you are the most underconfident, confident person I've ever met.
That's a good assessment.
That's what he said to me this morning. Because I said, I'm really nervous. And he said, why? And I said, I don't know. I'm nervous. My tummy's doing flip-flops. That's what he said. Anyway.
Didn't Ivan Meisner say if you're not nervous, then that's a bad thing?
He did.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, they've been in there for 2 minutes. I'm going to pull them back now, if that's okay.
Okay, good. Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome. They should be back in a few seconds here.
There we go.
Here they come.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Some good conversations. Who's got a couple really great ones to share with us?
I'm happy to speak up.
Yeah, please, Kat.
Yeah, so Chantel and I were just kind of chatting and, kind of battered and said, oh, it's challenging. And then I remembered, so we just finished an interview process for a summer intern. And during the interview session, they were demonstrating the skills, but there was nothing extra coming across. And we were a little kind of, oh, I don't know. And then I threw in at the end of the session, the question, which wasn't on the list, of just simply, why did you apply for this position? And that question suddenly allowed the applicant to really blossom and come out of their shell. And they kind of let their guard down and said, well, I applied for it because of these reasons, and I really like this, but I'm not good at that. And I really wanted to learn this. And all of a sudden it was their authentic self coming across. And we ended up going with them in the end. So
that is a beautiful one, Kat. And do you agree, everybody, that sometimes it's good to have a few sort of key questions in your hip pocket that you don't necessarily use all the time, but in a circumstance like that, you need one to pull out? So that's a great one, Kat. Thank you. One other person, someone want to jump in? What did you speak about in your breakout room?
I was in the room with Ellen. I believe she's in your region, Pat. But the question that she was asked when she was applying for her membership was, think of a mistake that you have made in the past and how did you deal with it? And so it was like, okay, do I admit my mistakes? That's not what you want to. You want to give your good stuff, right? You show your good side, but this is like, oh, so. But yeah, that was the question.
That's an excellent one. Good. Thank you so much, Garth, for bringing that forward. And Ellen, thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that a little bit. That was great. Good. Okay, so let's keep going here. Step number 3, onboarding. And would you all agree this area sometimes gets glossed over? And it's really, really important. You should be spending a lot of time here. Set clear expectations, set a clear path for them to learn the skills, but also the culture. That's so, so important. Have a written training plan for the first 6 weeks, and maybe you do it boot camp style. Keep weekly track of the progress and leave lots of room for mistakes. Understand their learning. As long as you see process or progress, it's good. Remember Malcolm Gladwell's rule. It takes 10,000 hours of intensive practice to achieve mastery. Often we hire a new employee, throw them in and expect them to do the job without the training and the support to do it. So it's so important that we think about those things. It matters. Have work alongsides. So make sure that you give this new person, whether it's on a volunteer team or as an employee team, lots of opportunities to job shadow. Watch other people, job share, build that up. If it's appropriate, have a ride along where they go out and they work with the other person in the field. Enable current team members to introduce the new person to clients. That can be a great way to retain confidence in the client, but also to build team. It integrates new team members quickly, both people have fun, and it makes everybody feel the swell of success. If you're a BNI member, you know about our passport to success. And really, it's just a checklist of steps as one progresses through the system, ensuring the learning and support is happening in a sequential and managed style. But adapt it to your business. We all know businesses that have. What we focus on improves. And as you take that passport and you start applying it to your own business, brand it, make it yours, you will find that you are creating a detailed training plan that ensures that you really understand the role as deeply as you're expecting the new employee to understand it. It's all part of continuous improvement, and we don't want to throw anyone to the proverbial wolves. Next is support. This is crucial. You want to have regular check-ins, you want to have milestones, you want to have progress checks, and you want to have lots of them. You don't want to just wait till the end of the first quarter. You want to be having this probably in the beginning every single week, maybe for the first couple of weeks, every single day. You want to re-clarify expectations, ask lots of questions, and then listen. You need to really celebrate the achievements, however small. You want to be training, and provide more training. Just change up the delivery. Offer extra value everywhere. Really supporting might mean remembering to treat your team members the way you want your clients to be treated. That's really important because that's culture top down. If surprise and delight is part of your philosophy, what have you done lately to surprise and delight an employee? It might also mean remembering those who support your employee at home. So what have you done for them? How have you thanked them for providing value to your employee in your team? What are the little things that maybe don't matter, but they actually really do? So if you know that they have a preferred style of pen, or they have a favorite color of Post-it notes, maybe a favorite chocolate bar hidden in their desk drawer, all of those things also build culture. And the more that you can build that, the more you're building that expectation that they also do those things, which creates that culture of greatness. The most important aspect of support is listen. Ask a few key questions and then be quiet. It's hard to do, but it's not about you. It's about them. Let them talk. When they've finished, don't respond, just simply say, anything else? Get the whole story before you provide feedback, and you'll be amazed at what a difference this makes. The number one thing for many people who are feeling challenged is they don't feel listened to. Become an expert listener. And the next one is review. when you start this, first of all, check in on the vision. Does it fit? How do they feel about the vision? Do they see how they fit in it? You might want to use a cookie technique when giving feedback. How do you think you're doing? And then suggest something they do really well. Suggest something constructive, something they might want to continue working on, and something good that they can build on. So you're always giving them positive feedback. Find small things they're doing well that they don't see as contributions and share with them what a difference it makes. Celebrate big wins in a big way and look for small ways to edify and promote them and their skills. When it comes to reviews, the best reviews do not happen 1 year from employment date. They happen every single day, all year long. It's not an annual review. It's a consistent and supportive feedback with quick and appropriate action if things go off the rails before it goes off the rails big time. Enable all parties to know where they're at and build forward appropriately. Don't be shy to ask for feedback about you. How can I be better? How can I support you better? What more can I do for you? Those are also crucial things. I forgot to click the slide. Those are also crucial things that you can do. So let's go back into breakout rooms and talk about onboarding. So I think this time, probably about 3 minutes, Shannon, 3 minutes for breakout rooms. What's the best onboarding or training plan ever? Something that maybe you've experienced, maybe something you've implemented, maybe something you've heard somewhere else and you wish you could implement. But if you can open up those breakout rooms again, Shannon, please. There we go. Have fun.
There we go.
Thank you. And it looks like Leanne is by herself again. So I'm going to move her to room 8 with Michelle. There we go.
Oh, see?
It's okay. Don't worry. All good.
Keep leaving. I just had to move Morrison into a different room as well.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Oh, Moji must have stepped out for me.
Moji, was she here?
Yeah, she popped in.
Oh, that's neat. That's neat.
I'm sure she's probably going and taking a little browse at everything.
I can't, well, I do know how busy she is. I've done conferences, but yeah, it's crazy time for her. The advantage of doing the conference online is at least at the end of the day, it turns off.
Yes.
When it's in your own city and you have all those guests from out of town, it doesn't stop, right? It's just go, go, go.
Are you looking forward to traveling again though?
I really am. And so I think the first big trip we'll take is I have to go to Miami for the BNI Global Conference and the Corporate Connections Conference. So I think we're going to go, but we haven't decided if we're going to fly or drive. We might drive.
Yeah. Well, hey, that could be a fun road trip though, too.
Well, that's what I think. And we haven't had a road trip for a long time. And we've both been so busy. And so I just thought, I said to Clark, you know what, this could be a really nice time for us just to kind of explore a little bit, reconnect. The leaves will be out in New England. I've never seen them.
That's supposed to be absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. So anyway, he thinks I'm a little bit crazy, but we'll see. How about you? What are you going to do?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. I know my son, he was talking to the neighbor the other day and they were saying, what are you doing for the summer? And my son said, we're going to Punta Cana. And I was like, no, we're not. Not in the summer. So I was going to look into it, but Chantel's done. So we'll see.
No, I wrote to her this morning. We were texting back and forth and I'm really happy for her, but oh my goodness, I'm going to miss her.
Bummer. She called me, and so, which was so lovely. It was so lovely to talk to her, and she seems really excited, so that's great. But at the same time, I'm like, oh.
I know. And, you know, just like you, I know so many travel agents, but secretly, hands down, she was the best. And so I'm like, what am I going to do here? Thank you for telling me to slow down. I did try to.
You did, and you did.
Okay.
So, and it was good.
It's my nerves getting the best of me. Are you ready to call them back?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Thank you, Shannon.
You're most welcome. It's my pleasure.
Oh gosh, I appreciate you being here. Here they come.
Welcome back.
Hi, everybody. Some good conversations. Okay, who had a doozy? Somebody must have had a really good one. I see lots of smiles. Don't be shy.
It's Joanne. It's not that I had a doozy, but I was mentioning that when I joined the Jusqu'à company, we didn't really have a very good onboarding process, and information was all over the place, and you were kind of overwhelmed. And now everything is in one central spot. It's online so myself being a leader, I know exactly what to do when a new partner comes in, and they know exactly what they need to do. It's all right there in one place, point and click, and we're just connected. So it's been a beautiful process happening over the last few years.
Wow, congratulations. And so, Joanne, that also sounds like it's repeatable. Is that correct?
Yes, it's all about duplication, right? If you can't duplicate it, when I first started, I had all these different websites to go to. That's not duplicatable. Right now, it's in one simple process. It's brilliant.
Awesome. That's great. Good. Thank you for sharing that. Anybody else?
One of the things we talked about was the ability to create moments in those first, kind of that first impression space. And even if our best laid plans and our routines, even if there's some clunkiness in there, a team member will always remember how they're made to feel those first days or those first moments, and how the team truly wrapped their arms around them.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything more powerful than that, Rob. You're absolutely correct. And if people feel validated and appreciated, then we can all kind of get over the little bumps that just naturally happen. And I think you probably remember, Rob, and many of you probably know Ivan Meisner's story. We talked about the IT company. And most of us, if the IT company isn't doing well, or if our computers aren't doing well, let's be honest, mine always says to me, the problem's between the keyboard and the chair. And I think that's information I don't need. It's not helpful. But if the IT company messes up, we tend to kind of like to bash the IT company, that darn company, right? And you think about your internet service provider or your cell phone provider, and we all like to bash them once in a while. And so he said that you need to get to know your clients so well that they want to bring you home to the family, that they want to have you over for dinner. You need to get to know your clients so well that they see you as part of that family unit. And then even if the place blows up, they're simply just going to say stuff happens. So it is all about that relationship. You're so right, Rob. Thank you very much for bringing that forward. So the last point, we talked about review, and I'm sorry, I forgot to click. The last point is celebrate. And I want you to give yourselves all a break. You're the leader, but you're not going to be perfect. I have Chantel here, who is my right hand. I love you dearly, Chantel. She can tell all of you all the ways that I'm not perfect. And she's probably hearing all this and going, well, she didn't do that. She didn't do that. But, we all work together and we want things to go really, really well. So, sorry, my power cord's going here. I just want to plug in before it goes away on me. But we really want to make sure that as a leader, you learn to share the spotlight. As an entrepreneur, the toughest thing you'll ever do is let somebody else do something. The toughest lesson you'll learn is to let go. Your way is a good way, there's no question, but there are others, and teams help bring your vision to life. They need your guidance to start, and then they need you to get out of the way. Let them be the magnificent employees that you hired them to be, celebrate them, and they'll celebrate you in return. So there's lots of wonderful ways that we can do celebrations with our team. Some of them are huge, big awards galas, and in BNI we have lots of those. And some of them are just a small little post-it note on somebody's desk saying, I appreciate you, thank you. But celebrating your team is the most important thing that you can do. So with that, I want to leave it open for questions. And is there anything that I can do better for you?
There are no questions in the chat. Again, well done everywhere. So if anybody does have a question, please feel free to raise your hand or come off of mute and ask Pat directly.
I just wanted to say to agree with you, Pat, and well, first to say thank you and well done and all that good stuff, but to agree with you on the celebration. I put a post-it note on one of my staff's desks one day, just a little like, notice you're doing a really great job, awesome, keep at it. And I didn't really think anything of it. And of course, I don't normally, it's her desk. I don't normally go behind it. And probably a couple of months later, easily, I needed a pen and she wasn't in. So I just kind of popped behind her desk to grab a pen. And I noticed that the Post-it note I had given her was on her computer monitor months later.
Wow. That's
Oh.
beautiful, Kat. It's
Thank you.
beautiful. Little impact or little actions, big impact, right? Anything else? So
I have a question.
yes, Garth, please.
I want to throw it back at you. Got us all thinking, and that was great presentation. Get us involved, get us thinking, more takeaways. But what's an interview question that you think is great?
That's a really good question, Garth. Thank you.
Yeah, we thought so too when you asked us.
I love asking people, what have I not asked you that you think I should know? That can be a really good question. And the other one that I really like asking is, a year from now, what will have happened to make you go, this was the best decision I ever made?
I can see everybody writing that down. Are there any other questions out there? We do have a couple more minutes.
I have a question. I am muted. In regards to celebration, the people that I would want to celebrate, the contractors on my team, it's all virtual. So I try to send them digital notes, but is there anything else or any suggestions you have on being able to celebrate them when I can't go and put a sticky note on their desk or anything? So do you have any suggestions for that, or anybody?
Hi, it's Joanne. I love to send thank you notes, handwritten thank you notes in the mail.
Mm-hmm. It's a big one and it's a lost art, Joanne. You're right. That's an excellent one. Anybody else?
Virtual gift cards.
I think one of the other things that you can do is I like really knowing who my team members are connected with. And so some of the people here on my team will know this, but if I know that it's Rob's wife's, Crystal's birthday, I don't want to forget her birthday. And that's important to me. If Rob has done something really, really great, I might, and I've done this through the pandemic, show up at his door unexpected with a little goodie bag and say, I just, here it is on the doorstep, and run away 10 feet, but I want to just honor you or recognize you for this. I love the Post-it note in the mail, but I think sometimes public recognition is huge too. And so if you have a group chat for your team, edify people in the chat, bring it forward so that other people see how much you're celebrating and sharing with your team as well. That was a great question, Samantha. Thank you so much for asking it. So we're at the end of our presentation. Again, I just really want to thank Shannon for supporting me. That's really, really super. Thank you to all of you for being here. I feel like I'm with my friends and it's so nice to see you all. I hope you have a great BNI Canada conference. Thank you for participating. Take lots of notes, and I'll see you on BNI Connect. Thanks, everybody. And Kat, we can't wait to officially welcome you to the BNI family.